To PTV at PHS. Today is Thursday, December 10th, 2020. I'm PTV's Charity Harder. Marshall County has been struggling to control the spread of COVID-19 just like most counties across the country. We here at PTV are continuing to follow statistics to see if the issue is getting better or worse for our county. As of Monday on the Indiana Department of Health's website, it shows Marshall County this week bumped up to 3,648 positive COVID-19 cases. The total individuals tested here in our county is 18,522, and 52 people in Marshall County have lost their life to this horrible disease. As always, the latest information can be found on the Indiana State Department of Health's COVID-19 dashboard at coronavirus.in.gov. The state is sending a call out to Indiana's college students and others in an effort to recruit individuals to serve in various jobs throughout the state that are both directly and indirectly related to COVID-19. The state needs a great number of workers in various settings, availabilities, and various types of roles, including substitute teachers, registering individuals for COVID testing, and making calls for contact tracing, transporting nursing home patients from the room to the cafeteria, etc. If you know a local college student who is home from college and they have any level of availability to serve in some capacity, they can rise up and submit their contact information by simply visiting our PTV website, where we have the link for them to sign up. Just visit PTVatPHS.com. Turning to way more positive news, Christmas is coming up, and the Christmas spirit that comes with it can be infectious. If you are looking for a relatively inexpensive gift for your loved ones, yet you don't really want to venture out because of the pandemic, PTV's Dayton Myers might have the perfect idea for you.
The Intro to Manufacturing class is the Christmas spirit this year, and right now they're making Christmas ornaments for those who may want one of these crafted beauties. Michael Wright's Intro to Manufacturing class is making Christmas ornaments made out of Baltic birch plywood or Luanan. It'll be a learning process for the students, to say the least, as they'll be taking orders on designs of ornaments and will be processing the batches as well. These ornaments are said to be very sturdy and should last a long time if treated well.
So last year I was able to sell 28 ornaments just by word of mouth and sending out emails. This year, within 4 days, we already have orders for 20. So we've cast a lot wider net. Students are selling them to their family and friends.
Each ornament is $10 each. If you or a family member is interested in buying an ornament or two, please email Michael Wright and he will email you back an order form so you can pick the details of your ornament. Reporting for PTV News, I'm Dayton Myers.
Just a reminder, this year's Christmas Spectacular will take place starting tomorrow. Plymouth High School will host 3 separate performances to make sure all social distance standards are being followed. The choir concert will be tomorrow, December 11th at 6:30 p.m. The orchestra concert will be on Saturday, December 12th at 3 p.m. And the band concert will be on Saturday, December 12th at the time you see there on your screen. All 3 events will take place in the PHS auditorium. Seating will be limited due to the pandemic and social distancing requirements. Doors open 30 minutes before the performance. Instead of tickets being sold, cost of admission will simply be free with the donation of a canned good per person. As we mentioned last week, Mrs. Hansen's digital design class is hosting a coloring book fundraiser where her students actually design the coloring book pages. Each student in the digital design class drew 2 coloring book pages for the book. The title of the coloring book is a totally random, insanely cool, extremely wild coloring extravaganza 2020 edition. The title is super long, but that just gives you a glimpse of the bubbly personalities of the students in the class. Coloring books are $5, include 50 one-sided pages to color. All purchases must be made by the end of this week and paid for before the coloring books will be printed. Coloring books will be available next week for pickup. These will make a great Christmas gift for your bestie. Please contact Mrs. Hansen if interested in purchasing coloring books. Real Christmas tree sales across the nation are surging this year amid a time where people are turning to the holidays for joy. We've verified this to be true right here in Plymouth. In fact, some tree farmers say they're almost out. PTV's Aiden Lynn went out to see what some of your families are doing when it comes to putting up a tree to brighten the mood during the pandemic at your house.
So my favorite tree would actually be a fake tree because it doesn't make as much of a mess as a real one.
Honestly, I prefer real trees. I just think that you get an excellent smell out of them, and it's very traditional.
I prefer real Christmas trees because I think it's fun to go out with your family to the Christmas tree farm and cut down a tree together.
Mrs. Lee's 2nd and 3rd hour class for child development held a mock baby shower yesterday. Even with COVID, the class was still able to take part in their annual event. Lee says the students each got to pick a theme for their shower and did a whole presentation on all that goes into organizing a baby shower. Purpose of the project is for students to learn about the cost of a newborn and the essentials needed to care for a newborn.
The students were able to apply what they learned through their presentation by doing games, having different appetizers. We had cupcakes from Jill's class, and then a bunch of students brought in their own appetizers, along with different gifts that now we get to donate to the Marshall County Neighborhood Center.
Now for some PTV sports news. The PCSC school board made it official as they recently approved a new PHS assistant athletic director. PTV's Tyler Ritchie joins us with more on who the new hire is.
Plymouth native Sam Sturdivant left the community years back to pursue a career in athletics. He was a member of the NBA as a staff member, but his job was furloughed due to the pandemic. But he is back here in the community with his new opportunity, giving him time to pursue a master's as well.
Sometimes things happen and you got to kind of adjust, and I saw myself being an athletic director in the future, and this opportunity presented itself a little sooner, and I definitely jumped on the opportunity.
Sam Sturdivant has loaded up his resume over the past few years, obtaining knowledge from a variety of sports leagues, from college level to pro.
I've always had a passion for sports. I had a career in the NBA for a couple seasons. I was a manager in college for our basketball team, and I always knew that I wanted to work in sports.
After graduating from La Lumiere High School in LaPorte, he moved on to studying organizational communication at Butler. Sturdivant says what he learned in college continues to guide him through tasks now in his new role here at PHS as the Assistant Athletic Director.
I definitely like building relationships with people, and I think I've done a lot of that already, just talking to the other schools, talking to the athletes, and kind of things like that. Right now I'm kind of learning how to do the contracts between the schools and do write-ups of different events, so that's kind of what I've been doing so far.
As he wraps up his first week in his new position, hopes are high for this young man.
It's been a blessing in disguise. I love every second of it, and I'm really, really excited for the opportunity.
With this position now being filled, the athletic department plans to better handle whatever the pandemic has in store as we approach halfway through the winter sports season. Reporting for PTV News, I'm Tyler Ritchie.
To wrap up our look at PTV sports this week, we take a look at the PTV sports rundown. Tonight, 9th grade boys basketball will start at 6 p.m. and wrestling at 6:45 p.m. Both events are in Warsaw. Tomorrow, the varsity boys basketball team will travel to Mishawaka to take on the Cavemen at 7 p.m. Then on Saturday, boys and girls swimming will travel to Wawasee to compete at 9 a.m. The wrestling team will be on the road in Maryville, wrestling at 9:30 a.m. And the girls basketball team will be battling the Warsaw Tigers on the road at 6. Seniors planning on studying history, economics, government, or political science, the next story might interest you. The Dr. Oralee A. and James Hobbs Pittinger American History Scholarship is awarded to a senior who will pursue an undergraduate degree with a concentrated study of at least 24 credit hours in American history and American government. This scholarship is renewable upon a maintenance of a 3.25 GPA. Each year, the scholarship offers $2,000 for up to 4 years with an annual transcript review. The deadline to apply is January 31st. To apply, visit the web address you see right there on your screen. Well, we hope you enjoyed another edition of PTV at PHS. I'm PTV's Charity Harder. Have a great day and make sure you mask up PHS.